Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so the products that I use you can purchase from Stampin' Up! Through me at the address at the top of the screen, and it's also linked below. All the measurements that I use will be on my blog, which is linked below also. This is my host code for July. If you spend under $150, please put this host code in and I can join them together and send everybody a little thank you. Over 150, don't put it in. You want your Stampin' rewards. Okay, so I'm using a new bundle today that I just got, Scary Cute. You get 5% off when you buy the whole bundle. And it's the Scary Cute stamp set along with the Scary Silhouettes dies. I love it. The only thing that I wish that they had done is they don't have the dies to cut out these little silhouettes. But there's very cool dies that come with the set. Alrighty, I used a bunch of them on my project today, and this project measures 3 3/4 by 3 1/4, and the width depends on what treat you put inside, really. So it opens like this, and you don't have to do a ribbon that ties all the way around like I did. You could have a little Velcro and then put maybe a bow at the top. But it opens up like this, and you can fit 2 Nestle Crunch. You can also fit a pack of M&Ms. I know I need a new M&Ms. I'm waiting for the new Halloween candy to come out, but we're not going to get it for a while up in the East Coast here because our school doesn't start till September, so the school stuff is going to be in that spot for a while. But I thought this was perfect for trick-or-treaters or for someone special, grandchildren or neighbors or something. It only takes half a sheet of cardstock, which is a great thing, and it's pretty simple to make. Alright, so what we need for this is a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock that is 9 by 4 1/4. Okay, we need a scrap of pumpkin pie for the sentiment, a scrap of Granny Apple Green to stamp our Frankenstein guy in there. I already cut this out, oops, this way, out of Gorgeous Grape, and let me show you what you do. Now when we cut out the Frankenstein guy, we're just going to use this outer one, okay? But when you want to cut out this piece, for this project at least, what I did was I just nested them and taped them onto Gorgeous Grape, and then it came out with the inside frame cut out and a nice frame on the outside too. Okay, so that's what I used to make that piece, again out of Gorgeous Grape. I cut 2 of the little bats from Basic Black. And this is the Black and White Designs Designer Series paper. I used the flip side up here. Or you could just leave this for writing, or you could use the back for writing, and you could also put a to and from on there instead of the other piece right here. But we need 2 pieces that are 3 by 3 1/2 and 1 piece that is 3 by 1 1/4. You could also put one on the back if you want to. Alright, so let's get started with this piece here. And our Simply Scored. And we're going to start on the 9-inch side. And these are very easy and quick scores. Okay, so we're going to score at 1 1/2 and 5 1/4. Then we're going to turn it to the 4 1/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2 and at 3 3/4. And that's it. Alright, now I'm just going to fold and burnish. Okie dokie. And this is what we want to do. So we have the 1 1/2 inch strip on the right, and then there's 2 skinny rectangles, one on the top and one on the bottom. And this is what we're going to do. All we're going to do is keep these 2 pieces of the skinny rectangle and then take it off, all the rest off. You can do this with your trimmer, but I'm just going to use a scissor for now. All right, Now, what we want to do is, it's going to be just the same way with the skinny rectangles on the top and the bottom, and the 1.5 inch space on the right. So what we'll do is we'll go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and get rid of this long rectangle here. And then we're going to continue on to the next score line. So we're cutting it to the second score line. So you really didn't have to do that if you didn't want to. And then cut off at the next score line. So we cut off all of this that was right here. Okay, and then we'll flip it to the other side. Now the 1.5 inch strip is on the left, and you're going to cut it to the first score line and then cut all this off again. Okay, and this is what your cardstock should look like after you've cut it, scored it, and cut it. Now we're just going to fold it, flip it over. This is the inside of our box. So we're going to fold these in just like that, and we're going to put, you could use tear and tape, but I want this to be really strong. So I'm going to put liquid glue mostly closer to the score lines so that it doesn't leak out this way. And we're just going to close it just like this and just hold it there a while. All right, and then we'll let that dry a while, and we'll be able to slip in our treats later. Okay. All right, now let's work with our DSP. Again, we have 2 pieces that are 3 by 3.5, and I'm going to put one on the outside front here. And then I'm going to put the reverse of the same piece, same size, 3 by 3.5, on the inside on the top. You could mass produce these really easily, and even if you don't want to do as intricate a top as that. Okay, and then the piece that is 3 by 1.25. Okay. And you also could put one on the back if you wanted to. All right, so we're going to let that dry, and let's do some stamping. Now for these silhouettes, you might want to use your Stamparatus, or there's another non-Stampin' Up brand one if you have that one for a while, because it gets kind of hard to get the whole thing to stamp. First couple times I used the stamp, I had to wash it off with the with the Stampin' Mist and my I forget the name of it, I've had it so long, Stampin' Scrub, once or twice. So it's actually quicker if you use the Stamparatus on this, and I don't want to get anything on the edges because we're using the whole entire thing. I'm just going to stamp them right in the middle. Yeah, see, I might have to use my Stamparatus. It just it's hard for me. I don't know about you guys yet. Well, I have one here that I used my Stamparatus on. See the difference? Because I did it 2 times with this. All right, and all I did to get the shape was take the outer die from the Scary Silhouettes dies, and I just put his feet at the bottom and cut it like that, and then we have that. All right. Okay, now for the sentiment, we're going to use Say Boo and Scary On. Not much stamping on this one, just 2 things. Okay, and then I'm using this die here, and I'm going to tape that, and I'll be right back. Okay. So I have that now. All right. Now we want to glue this exactly on top, just like that. So I'm going to get my mat, my silicone mat, and my glue. And I'm just going to go around the edges. I don't want to put it very thick, just a little bit, light layer all around. And then I'm going to get towards the end of all the branches that have a loose spot. I'm going to just put a little bit, maybe some in here. Okay. And then we just want to match up all the edges. Slide it just a little bit. There we go. Just gonna put it down and really give it a push. Now I'm gonna put my 2 Nestle Crunch in, or your M&Ms, anything skinny. I don't think any of the higher bars would work because I didn't do a side. Oops, sorry. I didn't do an extra 1/2 inch piece on the side. So anything that's a little bit flatter. So this is about 3/8 of an inch. So anything about 3/8. You might be able to squeeze in a 1/2 inch. But the Nestle Crunch and the M&Ms, or you could do a cello bag. You can get the bigger packs of M&Ms and put them in a cello bag and put them in there too. All right, so I'm just going to close that over. And then I'm going to get some of my glittered organdy ribbon. And I'm going to tie it around. Now again, you could put a Velcro dot here and just tie a bow and attach it. But I'm going to close it that way. Get it right in the middle, close to the middle at least. And I'm just going to tie a bow. I'm just going to trim them off. All right, and that keeps it nicely closed. All right, now I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. I'm going to put one right here, one right here, one up here, one up here. Now this is probably overkill, but I really want it to stay on. Okay. And when you put enough, because it's going to curve just a little bit because of the treats in there, so when you put enough dimensionals, it'll keep it nice. All right, now let's put our sentiment on, and it says "Say boo and scary on." And I'm only gonna, if you put it up higher, you might need dimensionals along the top, but I'm just gonna put it right on the edge. Okay. And then I'm going to put my bats. I'm going to put the bigger bat up over here. It comes out a tiny bit different each time. And then the small bat right over here. Okay. And then I'm going to use, for the final touch, some of the Glossy Dots Assortment. And I'm going to be using the medium and the small ones. So I'm going to put a medium one. These are strong too. On the top part of the sentiment here. Oops. And a small one down here. And then I'm going to put another medium. I should probably use the spatula part down right there. And another medium. Yeah, I'm going to switch to the spatula because these are really, really strong ones. So I'm just going to flip it over. I'll just pick it up like that, and I'm going to put this down there. And then I'll take a small one and put it right there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it makes it nicely even, an odd number. All right. And this is my take your pick tool, if I didn't say. Stampin' Up sells that also. Okay. And for the final touch, I'm just going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to the bats. And that's it. I'll breeze it up. Isn't that so cute? I just love it. All right, for one last thing, thank you for joining me. I just wanted to give a shout out to, she didn't want me to say her name, but she sent me such wonderful goodies, and I'm so appreciative. She also sent me, let's see, this opens like this. She sent me a large combo glue because she must have been listening how I was running out, and I wish they had a large, and I appreciate that. And these packagings are so beautiful. This one got squished a little, unfortunately. It is an impossible box, and it has some hand sanitizer in it. And this one is a little goodie, a little Mr. Good bar. She did such a lovely job. Thank you so much. She gave me some tear and tape again, and also she gave me, I don't know where they are, she gave me a set of Stampin' Up paper snips, which I'll start using. I usually use my pink ones just because I'm a pink girl, but I thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. Okay, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this for your little trick-or-treaters. I will, of course, put the measurements on my blog, which is linked below, and please subscribe and hit the like button. If you'd like to join my team during celebration, you get a free $50 planner and a planner stamp set. I would love to have you on my team. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.